guys.
All right,
Thank you
folks,
so much.
without further ado, it's the moment we've all been waiting for, something that we never thought would happen, that something that Gator said would never happen, that he would never do, that he would never stream with me, but it's happening tonight.
Whoa.
Ethan Ralph.
Holy
it's
shit.
Happening tonight. Let's bring him on. He's in the green room. Andy, bring him in.
Gator!
The gamer Gator. How are you tonight, brother?
Oh yeah, brother. Crossing the line into the phone. Here we go.
Finally, Gator.
Full trader Gator.
Here we
Finally.
go. He put the broom in the closet. He put the broom in the closet.
I took the shirt off and it had the corn on it there, brother.
How does it feel, dude? How does it feel to not have to DM him, deal with his antics, him constantly burning bridges, into all these controversies that you have to go, well, it's not that bad, guys, but it was for all of us to defend, right? How does it feel?
It was like a 500-pound pile of shit was just lifted from your shoulders. It was like, God, I feel so much better. I don't have to explain to his own audience why he's a f***ing and why he went and got into another sissy slap fight with somebody that has 20 times the subscribers that he does.
I liked his breakup text with you. His breakup text, I can't have you making jokes about me and disrespecting me, but I'll let you still stick around.
My authority.
But you have to stick around.
At least you got a sweet severance package, though, bro.
Yeah, how much was it?
I did the right thing. I did the right thing and made sure that at least $1 of Ethan Ralph's money went to his child.
And yeah, so you sent what's your face? So it was me, you, and Jesse PS are actually better fathers than Ralph himself, which is brilliant. And then he's trying to say, oh, he's being a simp. Ralph, are you fucking... Are you, like, is he actually... I think he has brain damage, by the way, boys. Can we, like, now establish that he has actual real-life brain damage?
100%. He definitely has brain damage. I mean, Gator, just give us a quick insight. You know, what was his state with drugs and alcohol? Was he abusing it constantly? And that's why he's so fucked up? Or is it just that he fell down the stairs one day? What do you reckon?
Might have been dropped by the doctor as a baby because he saw how ugly the baby was. It's like, oh, shit. You know, something along those lines. But, man, he really did start to fall back into his old habits really, really hard. All these burned bridges, just blowing up at people that he had no business at blowing up at. He'd see the tiniest little things in chat or somebody in, like, a Discord just saying, like this slight,
well, real quick,
joke.
Gator, what would you estimate his alcohol consumption being at? Was it a bottle a day, or...?
It had to have been a bottle a night, at least.
Oh,
he was getting just shit-faced on air.
Was he drinking? Because I had the hypothesis that he was drinking. You know how he had, like, those solo cups? That he was putting, like, water and, like, vodka or something in it. That's what I think, is he wasn't drinking shots or drinks, per se, but then slowly throughout his podcast, you know when he would turn evil drunk? You'd see it in his eyes. He'd go... and start and you're like, oh no, here we go, here it is.
You can always tell because he'll get that sort of, and then he'll start clearing his throat.
Oh, that's
starts
true.
Getting more combative with the audience. You know, he'd start saying things like, "Well, if you don't like it, you can suck my dick," and shit like that. Like you could just see it. You could just see the look in his face. He kind of had that. You couldn't really focus very well. He'd be looking off into the distance. Like you can tell the exact moment when he starts getting real f***ed up.
No.
All right, Andy, let's have a look at this. Introduce this segment. This was Ralph's last desperate Hail Mary to own you this week. So
everything has fallen apart. Everything has failed. And this is what actually made me go, okay, I think he's actually mentally like deranged. So there's a few things here. So he put a text message from my sister, Melanie Worski, because as we all know, my real last name is Worski, right? Apparently, right? Now
it's a family name.
Yeah. Heard you're leaving tomorrow. Are you sure you have the Pantsu pass? My address is blank. Now, first of all, Melanie is not the sister who lives in Portugal. So, the last name is not Worski. Lastly, the blur that he uses, you could actually see the 804 Richmond, Virginia phone number with the address being 600 SK. So the phone number ends up being May Pantsu. His last ditch effort to own me fails on 4 different levels and then doxes his girlfriend's phone number. Brain damage. Even his own fans. Hang on, I have him up here. Look at this. This is called Felted. Anyone that thought this would be a good idea or legit, you're a mark and wouldn't last 3 seconds in the hood now they're being threatened by people. The trick is old as dirt, my N. Knock on the door, blah, blah, blah. You dumb cunt. You are literally... This is his own fans, by the way. His own fans felting him. You are literally Chris Chen. You never fucking learn. You just double down and kept BTFO'd. And look at this one here. Well, it's been a blast. I was a viewer and supporter since his return from the government-sanctioned holiday. But f*** me, you've really screwed things up with your insecurities by being the main motivation. You trash on the people who helped and support your show, be it tech supports, co-hosts, guest appearances, and fans. Everyone's the bad guy and a snake. Nah, man, you're just an insecure, self-absorbed, and in the end, a bitch. You burnt more bridges than you've spilt liquor. Enjoy your downward spiral that leads you back into prison. One of his fucking main donators literally felting him. I'm
still winning, Andy. Bodies are floating down the river. I'll tell you, I'm winning. I may not have my most loyal friends anymore. I may not even have the biggest guest I've ever had on the show anymore. Nobody even cares about my show. My face is broken and nobody loves me. But you know what? I'm still winning. I'm still winning because as long as I've got these pain pills and this liquor, I'm winning.
Oh.
Hey, Ralph.
No.
Okay.
Well, hang on. All right.
Now, I have a little bit of speculation real quick.
Go ahead.
So Ralph got the good shit. He got the drugs that are like borderline illegal in the United States up there in Portugal, right? Do you think there's going to be a plane incident where Ralph tries to smuggle some of those good Portuguese drugs back into the United States? I wonder if that's why he didn't go on the plane. Maybe he wanted to finish off a couple of those pills.
That's actually like a fucking spicy Gator take. Fantasti's already getting better, folks. He's in remission there from the cancer there, folks. That's a good thought there, Gator. I imagine what he's doing right now is popping as many of them down his fucking pig snout blower as he can. Get as high as he fucking can before he has to hop on that plane and fucking die. I mean, there's a good chance his fucking eye socket's just gonna explode. That'll be the end of Ralph. Oh, it's fantastic. I
have the 1 minute. Actually 30 seconds that happened the day after our show that started this whole thing from a Medicare's stream. It's really quick. This was like the finale, all right? Was this line here.
Ethan Ralph flew out to a foreign country to teach Andy Worski a lesson and was beaten in the streets to the point of needing hospitalization and surgery. They then stole his purse and sold it on eBay. How does that gonna happen?
That's pretty much all that Jim did, right? He just reported on exactly what happened, just pointed and laughed at it, which is what Jim does. And to be honest, when you fuck up like that and you get felted, you just gotta take it. You gotta take it on the chin and move on. But what does Ralph do? He does the stupidest fucking thing you could possibly fucking do. He decides to go against a guy who literally made his career. 9 out of 10 Killstream fans are fans because of Jim. And he's going to come at Jim now. try and own him because Jim just reported on the news. He just laughed at it. He didn't bring up any of the big scandals. He just laughed. Fucking ridiculous. He starts writing his articles.
Oh yeah, the articles. Oh, so bad. Do we read them or do we just like? Do we have to read them? Do you think?
We don't have to. We don't have enough time to really read the articles. We'll circle back. Maybe I'll read the articles
at
later.
The end. Or yeah.
The fear, the smoke. Let me tell you, Jim's got cancer, folks. He's afraid to come outside. I'm a big man. I wouldn't change my name. I've released a sex tape because I'm a king. Jim's never released a sex tape, let me tell you that. By the way, he's responsible for COVID. He's responsible for the lockdowns. You know, Joe Biden, he was watching Jim's streams, and that's why I decided to lock down the US of A. All right, let's get through this quickly, and then we're gonna ask Gator some questions.
And then so the last update, we're gonna circle back after we have Gator and Anime Rightist on, so then we'll have like tons of time to stick around and cover up everything because it's too much. It's too much with what we have planned today. But what happened last night is the Chris Chen dimensional merge he's been talking about happened, where a VTuber called Pia. Gator, do you know her name?
Pippa Pipkin, yes.
Of course, Gator knows.
Of course I know. Come on.
Of course you know. But the state of it, Ralph's getting dabbed on by V. He's getting dabbed on by Jarbo. He's getting dabbed on by fucking VTubers. For fuck's sake.
Should we actually
anime dabbing on Ethan Ralph?
And we have so here a short clip here from PP Pinska, whatever her name is.
Pickle Peppers.
Pickle Peppers. VTuber was talking about Ralph.
Wow, don't they just look like this? They're twins, chat. They're twins. They're spitting images of each other. Wow. Yeah,
Ryan Guntling. You know? It felt it.
VTuber there. It doesn't get much lower than that. You're getting dirt kicked in your face by VTubers there. How the mighty have fallen. The once king of late night in 2018. Getting dabbed on by anime. It's tough. It's tough to be the Ralph male these days. Although he'll cope. Guys, I'm eating raw fish and I saw a statue in Lisbon. I filmed a construction site this week and I posted it on Twitter. I'm really winning, guys. Please believe me. Please. That's Ralph's fucking week. Hopefully he fucking dies on the airplane tomorrow. We never have to talk about him again. But we have Gator here with us for an incredible interview. I have to take a page out of Frost's book, The Great Interviewer, and start with a hard-hitting question. Gator, why did you sweep it up for Ralph? Why?
It was a mix of two things. The first thing is that, as you can see, Ralph has been compiling information on anybody that's ever talked to him, whether that information was fake or real. So anything that you've ever told Ralph about yourself, whether you're a donator, whether you're somebody that's ordered one of his t-shirts, whether you're somebody that has, seen him at an event, he notes all of that stuff down. He keeps it. He memorizes it. Why do you think he's so excited to get back to his PC? Because he's going to go back to his PC and he's going to go find the folder with all the Andy Worski dirt, with all the Gator dirt, with all the Mr. Medicare dirt, with all the Nicky Rackets dirt. He's going to just start dropping doxes and addresses and all kinds of stuff. If you were a donator or super chatter, like poor Lord Akira back in the day, I'd just be careful. Go ahead and call the police now and let them know, because Ralph is going to be on the boards. He's going to be on the boards dropping everything, trying to get his little comeuppance, his revenge on all the haters, on Hater Nation.
So, Gator, does that mean he has your docs and your address and all your shit and he's just prepared to drop it, or?
Well, here's the good news. The good news is that Ralph is under the impression that he has more about me than he thinks he does. And so, I never told Ralph my real name.
Thank God. What were you?
Wait a minute,
were you
he
shocked?
was paying you though, right? So, but he was
Right.
paying you. So how is he paying you and doesn't know who you are?
Because he was paying me through my bank account, which he does have. He does have my routing number and all of that stuff. And he could release that if he so wanted. However, that would be a felony. And as we all know, Ralph is currently serving a 12-month suspended sentence. And if he commits a felony, well, that comes back onto the table on top of what he would have to serve for, I can't exactly remember what the charge is, but I think it's like 5 years for that. So it'd be a 6-year sentence in total if he decided to do something that.
I'd like to
Now,
feel.
Gator,
Do you think he
I'm
will?
saying it-
I don't think he's that stupid, is he? Like, well, he did
released
threaten
his
to
cock on
break.
the internet.
True, he did threaten
Let's
to
be
murder you with a
honest.
baseball bat on his letter to you. So go
Yeah,
ahead.
he's
Go
threatened-
ahead.
He won't do.
He's threatened to murder me with a knife on several occasions also. So Gator, then the real question, so if Ralph doesn't have any dirt on you, he doesn't know shit, why don't you just drop all the DMs? Just go on Kiwi Farms, drop all the fucking DMs with Ralph, and get it over with. Just fucking burn it all down.
I'm saving the DMs for a rainy day because I want to see what his
Oh.
response is.
But Gator, don't
I
just
can't
drip
give-
feed this out like AIDS Zero for like 5 fucking years, right? Like, give us the DMs. Give us at least.
Is
Oh,
there?
okay,
I
listen.
could give a little bit of I gave a little bit of a taste on Flamenco show the other day, but that was
Give
just
us a little
correct the
taste.
record.
Come on, it's Kino
Give us
Casino. It's a
something.
grad night right here. You have 1,600 watching and wondering what could be in those DMs.
Let's see.
Oh shit, we're getting
Here we
it.
go.
We're getting it.
Here we go.
Go on the hand rub.
Let me see if I can find something good.
This is some exciting stuff. Oh, you're looking through there, Gator. This is a question that people want me to ask. What's the most embarrassing thing Ralph told you in private? What would be the most embarrassing thing?
thing Ralph told me in private.
That could have been one.
That's a good fucking question. Because I mean, most of the time when Ralph said something like fucking embarrassing, it was usually just that like he woke up on the floor, he had vomited on himself, and was like, "I need to quit drinking," and he's like, "I'm gonna turn over a new leaf." And oh, I got it. The most embarrassing thing Ralph has ever told me. So, in the midst of his like pill popping stupor, he got angry, real angry, and he wanted to drive. And so he got in his car and drove around the neighborhood. He destroyed 2 mailboxes, completely destroyed his back end bumper. Yes, this is real. He did this. Drove his car into a ditch. Managed to get towed out of it and back home, and I believe he got a charge for that, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't exactly remember the specifics. But yeah, he drove around the neighborhood drunk and f***ed up his car.
And
Drunk
by the
animal.
way, this is a true story. I believe it because that story I told about like the whole Nora incident. Remember when he just drank the fucking vodka like a quarter of the bottle and then goes, "This is mine now." And then he left to drive her home to like his mom's house or whatever. So yep, that's something he did more than once, I guess.
Well, while you're looking through those DMs, Gator, here's a proposal for you. If Jim said to you, Gator, I'll bring you on stream and we'll read the DMs together, would you do it?
Read the DMs together.
Jim.
See, I can't be giving out my best stuff.
But for Jim. Surely.
I'll consider
The
it.
tape. There you go. Jim, get up in Gator's DMs.
Make it happen. By the way, we have a question from D. Shatner, who's the big winnings there, $100 dono, saying, question for Gator. Were you and Ralph IRL friends? Otherwise, did he at least pay you all these years for keeping him on the rails? And without your help, how long until he literally burns it all down? So were you real friends with
IRL friends with? I wouldn't say I was IRL friends with Ralph. We had only met one time, and that was in Knoxville. I mean, by that, if I was IRL friends with Ralph, that would mean I was IRL friends with you, Warski, with Dick Masterson, with CRP, with Flamenco, which I probably will be IRL friends with Flamenco. We're going to end up going to an anime convention at some point later this year, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I wouldn't say I was IRL friends.
I don't think anyone was. Question? Hey, did you actually talk to him behind the scenes privately at all? Like I did 5 times in 2-3 years. I'm sure for the posting stuff, but I mean talk. Yo, what up, bro? How you doing? How's your day? Whatever. Just shooting this shit with your buddies.
I wouldn't really say that a whole lot. A lot of what we talked about was just strictly business, talking about booking guests, and then sometimes Ralph would just vent about shit, which is what I'm trying to find one of his hilarious vent sessions.
Yeah, see if you can find one of those. I want to get into some of the stuff with Faith Vickers. There's been a lot of speculation about what your role might have been in that. Did Ralph ask you to screen Faith before he got involved with her?
Nope, absolutely not. In fact, I didn't find out that Ralph and Faith were a thing until it had already happened. And I was... Because Ralph was tired of Aid. You could tell that he was getting, fed up with it. And when I found out, I was like, Ralph, are you fucking stupid? You realize that Aid is a co-admin of Encyclopedia Dramatica. She could actually fuck your shit up. And Ralph just didn't fucking care. Aid had been super vindictive on, all of her exes and, fucked with them hard. What was possessing Ralph's mind to think that he would be the exception to the rule? And this is another thing that happens, is Ralph tends to bring out the absolute worst in people. And it's these people that are, super effective at fucking with them that he always pisses off the most.
Okay.
Crazy.
So you didn't ever look into it and discover that she was a Black Lives Matter supporter, that she said she'd been raped 20 different times, all this sort of shit. Did you ever learn that? Did you bring it up to Ralph after you learned it and were bro, what the f***, you can't be doing this? Or?
I didn't find out until all that shit started being leaked on Kiwi Farms and places like that, and I was like, Jesus Christ, talk about bad optics.
What was your immediate reaction to Ralph leaking the sex tape? Did you believe his story?
Oh, no.
No one did.
No one believed his fucking story. I went on Augie's show and basically said that Ralph's gonna have to accept the consequences for his actions.
You must have been very happy with that, eh?
Oh, dude. Oh, we had a fucking argument about that because he's just were
you worried?
Going on these.
Yeah, were you worried, by the way? Every time when I went to Ashton's house, I was shocked at how he didn't say anything to me. Did he, behind the scenes, when I went there, did he tell you anything about me hanging out with Ashton and Surfer?
Not really.
No? Okay. He actually held it in?
I'm surprised.
I surprising.
I don't know if I believe you, but okay.
He did spurg out about PPP a lot, though.
Oh, okay. He did.
A lot.
Well, can you find one of those just so that, I can masturbate myself to it at night? Or you find that? Or, I gotta ask, so a lot of the time, you defended Ralph or attacked his enemies. Did Ralph tell you to shit talk people for him? Or did you just feel obligated to do it because you were a co-host?
Typically what would happen is Ralph would, post a tweet of somebody talking shit. And Ralph would be go into this spurg out mode, and he'd be he'd ask me to either respond or do something or say something, and that wasn't as often as you think, but like typically what I would do is I would see somebody that was let's use Josh as a great example, right? Like Josh would say something about Ralph or like try to f with Ralph, and of course Ralph would immediately be like, "Oh, Josh moved, that guy," and all that stuff. And for a while there, I like tried to stay neutral in that because, like, you know, I was I'm from the internet world, like I know about Kiwi Farms and all that stuff.
An
and
old
I tried my the eldest.
Yeah.
And I tried not to get involved with that until I unfortunately started becoming another target, courtesy of Ralph just being himself and being this black hole of just malice and spite. But he would like go spurg out, and he would be very, very wary of people that didn't like toe his line 100%. I remember that, you know, he got into like this big ass fucking feud with Josh, and at first I was kind of like, I don't know if it's a good idea to go at Kiwi Farms. You know, they already hate you over there, and now it's just going to be 1,000 times worse. There's a lot of Kiwis in Ricada's chat. There's a lot of Kiwis in the Dick Show, and these are both platforms that you want to like, you know, you want their fans to be your fans and come home to your show and give you money. And by pissing Josh off, you've pissed off his capos, you've pissed off, you know, his personal army, and he's gonna like go hard at you and f with you. And, you know, Ralph and I had a little bit of an argument about that. And Ralph is the kind of person that, like, he gives out little hints that he's not pleased with what you've done, that he's not happy with something that you've said and done. And, you know, it was a little frightening back then.
Okay.
Because, you know, I was still in that mode of, oh no, what if he ruins my life? What if he f***s with me?
Yeah.
And so I just kind of told the line. Whatever he would say, I would just echo like a parrot.
Well, I gotta ask then, will you apologize to Josh now for, you know, saying he's a pedophile and shit like that?
I will apologize to Josh, but under one condition.
Okay.
One condition. That Josh has to apologize for dragging me into it when I desperately tried to be quiet and stay out of it.
What do you mean? I mean, you fucking were in this from the beginning. I mean, you're on calls with Ralph where he's going, Josh Moon is a kid diddler, he's a pedophile, his dick doesn't fucking work. You were on a stream where you literally pulled up pictures of Josh Moon's mom's mugshot. Will you apologize for that, or?
Oh, certainly. I will definitely apologize for that.
because there's... Well, then apologize. Say, Josh, I'm sorry.
Josh, I am sorry for enabling Ralph's behavior.
I think that's fair. There we go.
That's fair.
Ralph,
But
by the way, is seething right now. I got some reports. Ralph is seething right now. This is not doing Ralph's mental state any favors here. Can I ask a question from the audience, Ashton?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So Manon Theobdio asks, question for Gator: does Ralph write May's tweets?
Ralph does have access to May's Twitter.
Oh!
He did the same exact thing to Faith, by the way, and they can confirm that Ralph did have control over some of her social media.
Whoa.
And he has control over May's Twitter, and they both tweet from the Killstream Live account.
Oh!
Whoa. So I gotta ask, because we're on the topic of Pantsu, is Ralph afraid of marrying Pantsu? Is there a reason he's dragging his feet on that? That it's just a fiance? Does it have to do with the Medicaid? Like, what do you know about that?
I'll tell you what my theory is on this. I think that Ralph wants to avoid marrying her because Ralph is worried about the money that he's going to have to pay in child support. Because, see, as long as they're not married, they can have two separate accounts.
Huh.
What I think Ralph wants to do is I think he wants to cheat the system like Tonka did, funny enough. And I think he wants to have May control all of his assets. And he just reports everything as, I'm poor and I don't own nothing. So that he could try to avoid having to pay. That's not really how it works, but that's how he thinks.
Well, did you know about Ralph and Nora's divorce prior to him announcing it?
A little bit. I knew that they were having problems, but the actual divorce itself was kind of sprung on me, and I was like, oh shit.
Were you shocked?
No, not even a little bit.
No.
No one was shocked. Not even Gator. Like, I wasn't. I know I wasn't. I was like, really? A divorce? I went like, good for Nora. Like, I remember
Well,
thinking,
you lived with it.
It was
before,
scary.
so, like, you got to see that shit firsthand.
bro, he's nuts, dude. Unhinged. People are like, why did you like move in the middle of the night when he was gone? I'm like, you don't even want to know that. You don't even want to fucking know. By the way, real fast here, anonymous for 3, a Gator. How much time would you say that Ralph spends on Kiwi Farms every day?
God, it's
It's daily.
Continue. He's on there right fucking now. He's watching this stream, and he's looking at Kiwi Farms in the other window, and he's just seething. Like, he would check his thread all the fucking time, and he'd be like, oh, I can't believe they're lying about me. And I'm like, why are you reading your fucking thread, dude? Like, why? You know it's going to piss you off. You know you're going to say and do something. Why are you doing
Gator, I gotta ask, on the topic of Kiwi Farms, what's your Kiwi Farms account, bro?
I can honestly say I do not have a Kiwi Farms account.
Come on, Gator.
I would not trust the mods, the admins on there that can see IP addresses. And I would be worried that one day I would just like forget to turn it on. You know, that happens to people all the time. You just forget to turn on your VPN, you go on there, and then boom, they got you. They got you. So no, I've never created an account. I can browse anonymously.
Is it the leather belt account? Is it the 4 straight leather belt account, Gator?
No, it is not.
I don't know. I don't know if I believe. Okay, we'll move on. What about Zidane?
Real fast. Of like a really big one that just was sent in. $50 from Gator is King. Who do you hate more, Null, PPP, or Vickers? And then we'll ask the other one. Who do you hate more, Null, PPP, or Vickers?
Probably Null.
All right, there you go.
I've always been complimentary of PPP, if you've ever noticed.
You have been, and that would make Ralph seethe. Remember, you're like...
He would get mad about it.
You were like, yeah, you know, he makes fun of me and shit, but he's pretty funny. And then like Ralph's like, yeah.
Were you the one who flagged down the Aqualad video I did about you, Gator, or?
Nope, was not me.
Why did that one go down and all the ones about Ralph stayed up though?
Not sure.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. So Zidane, he left. He didn't say a whole lot, right? You know why Zidane left?
I do, in fact, know why Zidane left.
Oh, can you tell us? Or
there were two reasons. Number one, Zidane had a really good paying job, and he didn't have the hours to devote to the show anymore. Also, Zidane was absolutely just like devastated by Ralph fucking up the big stream that Zidane put together. And that was the JLP and Dick Masterson episode. Oh. He had been trying to get JLP on the show for a long time. And he did it. And Ralph, like, for some reason, something possessed his mind and he wanted, oh, this is boring. I'm gonna get, you know what? I'm gonna message Worski. Because it seems like something's happening with Worski on Twitter. I'm gonna bring Worski in and interrupt this because I'm not feeling this.
Yeah.
This is boring.
And I got shit on, but I was like, why was I being shit on, right? Yes, explain this story so I can be vindicated once and for all.
Okay, so what happened is we're on the stream, and Worski gets his account hacked. And I forgot, like, what were they doing? They were, like, streaming porn or something on YouTube. It was
gay porn.
Yeah, they're streaming gay porn on your YouTube. And, like, Twitter was blowing up about it. Ralph was reading Twitter. And so what ended up happening is that Ralph's, like, not feeling like it's such a great show, too. Because Dick and JLP just have this natural charisma with each other. And it's just like, wow. These guys are really hitting it off with each other. But Ralph wasn't feeling it because of course he was drunk as shit. so he wasn't even paying attention.
Oh.
And so, what ends up happening? He messages Worski, and he's just like, "Hey, man, come on the show and talk about your channel and all this other shit." And so Worski, and now mind you, Worski has no idea that this episode is going on at all. And so
I was
he
on
hops
coke.
in. Yeah, well, I mean that, but also Ralph didn't tell you like what was happening on that episode. That it was JLP and Dick Masterson like having a great time talking with each other. And so Worski hops on, and it just like completely interrupts the conversation. Eventually, like JLP just leaves because like nothing's happening there. And Zidane was just like, I put all this work into this episode, and Ralph just like f***ed it up for me. And after that, he just lost. It's that moment that all the co-hosts eventually go through, where they realize I'm not really having fun with this anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's been a difference in approach between you and Zidane, right? Because Zidane's just kind of quietly faded away into the background. He's not dropping any dirt, anything like that. Why have you decided to take the opposite approach and bury the knife right in Ralph's back?
Because the piece of shit decided that despite the fact that I've known him for almost a decade at this point, that he would be completely dismissive of everything that I've ever done for him. The stuff that we've talked about, the stuff that I've tried to help him through. I mean, the laughter of Dame Pesos may have cured his alcoholism. But what set him on the path to get to that point was me telling him he needed to fix his fucking self. He needed to clean himself up back in 2019. And it worked for a little while, but
you stayed after that. You stayed after that, right? And you said on like Flamenco's show that Ralph's been doxing since Gamergate, right?
Yeah,
and
Ralph had a Skype group with a bunch of people, and they were like going around and like
I'd like to feel
like,
a
game
dick inside
journalists
me.
fucking with them. Like Ralph has a history of doing this shit.
He also has been flagging, right? Like he flagged Josh, he flagged Godwinson, he flagged me. Do you know any other times?
And he brags about it too. He just openly says if you post his content, he's going to DMCA the shit out of you.
But you stood by all of that. Why now did you decide to leave?
I think it's like what he was saying.
It's a mix of two things.
The fear,
it's
right?
A mix of the fear of everything that Ralph could possibly release on me, but it's also the fact that like once you get in so deep, you just stop. Like it's like you do these mental gymnastics to try to justify everything that you're doing, and you just get so deep in it that you start to believe your own bullshit. And that's really what it was.
Yeah, but we condemned Kraut for like doxing, right? Are you gonna apologize for condemning Kraut for doxing while you justified Ralph's?
When did I specifically justify Ralph's doxing, though?
Well, like when he wrote the article about Adrian Blair, did you disavow that, or?
I did disavow that.
He did. He did do that. No, he did. I think that's when Ralph started
you just come on the show and help him make money every night. It's hard to say that
Ashton,
you're really disavowing.
It's really like.
But see,
well, I could put myself in Gator's shoes. I could put myself in his shoes because I was in the same spot. But I also, pulled away faster and was like, what the f-? But Gator was there for 9-10 years. He's got all this info on Gator. Gator sees what he fucking does. And like we said before, and a bunch of these Killstream people who have DM'd me over the last few days are like snapping out of it. And we're all like, how the f*** did we let this guy control us? You know what I mean? Because he's like, he's insane. He's actually insane. So Gator, I have a question for you. Did you, when you did defend these, let's be honest, heinous things, right? Did you feel good about it? Did you know somewhere deep inside that what you were doing was wrong? Did you know that? Because I always felt like...
I've always felt like shit when I was forced to... And most of the time it was normally just like not saying anything, not counter-signaling Ralph or whatever.
Would you say that your defense is that you're just following orders?
I wouldn't say that. And I wouldn't characterize that because I think I got all of the shit that I deserved for like backing him up and just enabling his behavior. I wouldn't say so much following orders as trying to cover my own ass.
Yeah, you're trying to cover your own ass. I get it, man. I get it. It's just the only thing I'll ask you is, I think you would have just been better off staying with Ralph at this point, because now Ralph's going to come down super hard on you. He's going to probably dox you, release all this dirt. And do you think Josh and the Kiwi Farms are going to forgive you? No, you're probably going to get it from both sides now, right, bro?
Yeah, but hey, I did what I thought was right. And you know what? If I get f***ed over it, that's perfectly fine. Because all that will prove, though, is that Josh and the Kiwis are the exact
I'd like to
same
feel
type
a
of
dick
person
inside
that
me.
Ralph is. And they're the ones that are going to have to live with that, not me. I'll get a couple of pizzas, I'll get a couple of cops showing up my door, but ultimately, like, they're going to have to realize, oh shit, we've become Ralph. We've become the thing that we wanted to destroy.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait,
Why didn't you ask him for a pay raise, though, Gator? Like,
I did, actually. When
Oh,
Killstream.tv was blowing up,
Mhm.
and he was bragging about how much money he was making, I was like, hey, you know, Killstream.tv is doing great. I'm uploading all these episodes for you, working for you more. How about, you know, you give me a little bit of pay raise, you know? And he was just like, oh, well, you know, these court cases, I don't know how much I'm going to have to pay. I know things might get tight around here. I don't know about it.
And he's taking trips to Vegas.
The website gets hacked. The website gets hacked. The website gets destroyed. Who the f*** knows when the website's going to come back up? I don't think it ever will. And then that topic was shelved. He's like, oh, well, you know, the website's gone. But this insinuation that I never asked for a pay raise is just f***ing absurd. And I shouldn't have to ask for a pay raise. When he's making all of this money, you know, he should be an honorable person and be like, I should pay people that do good work for me, that help me with booking,
yeah, but I
built
mean, you
my
knew he wasn't
website.
honorable, though, right? Like, you knew he wasn't an honorable person, right? Like, but you stuck
And
with
that was
it.
my mistake. That was my mistake. Me being believing that a
hours a month
dishonorable
do you-
man would do something honorable.
How many
Fuck me,
hours
right?
a week do you think you put in, or how many hours a month do you think you put in for the $150?
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a good question. Well, at a certain point, I was on, like, every episode. So you have to say, like, 3 hours, 5 days a week. So that's what? 15 plus maybe, like, an hour or so a day. working on
Uploading
the,
and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. So you add in, I'd say, like, 20 a week, maybe. Like,
Oh.
basically like a part-time job.
Oh. Okay, I have some questions here from the chat here.
Less than $2 an hour. Holy
That's fucking brutal. Mikey for 5. A question for Gator.
price of a man's soul.
Would
Go on.
he say that Ralph really started going off the rails into serious delusion around the same time as the initial release of the revenge porn?
I would say Ralph was already, like, ever since Miami, Ralph has been on a downward trend. Because what would happen is Ralph would crash, and then he'd go back up. But he'd never quite reach the peak that he got to the last time, and then he'd crash again. And then he'd build him back up, just something like just enough, but never where it was. But when he leaked the sex tape, like that, just everything started going wrong for him.
Okay.
His mental state just fucking deteriorated because now he's got to worry about going back to jail. And there is nothing on earth that frightens him more than the prospect that he's going to go back to jail. It terrifies
So
him.
it's all bluster on his part. Like, I don't mind if I go to jail. I like it in there. I run the block. You know, do you know, did he actually run the block in prison, or was he the bitch? Do you know if he got bummed up the ass when he was in there? Or?
I don't actually know, because Ralph he doesn't tend to talk. He talks about how he went to jail. But outside of the one story about, like, the millionaire or whatever that just happened to be in the same jail as him, he doesn't really talk about it all that much.
He's probably buck
know why that
broken,
would
let's
be.
be honest.
He was buck
He's
broken by
buck
Bubba
broken.
in the fucking cell. Like, let's get.
We have a few more here. Gator is king for 20.
How can you buck break them if they enjoy it.
That's actually sharp, Gator.
That's
Good
true.
job.
That's true. Gator's King says, same people, different question. Who does Ralph hate more, Null, PPP, or Vickers?
Probably Vickers.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see that.
I could see that. I
Yeah.
could see.
Oh, Faith
He blames
Vickers.
Matt Vickers. He blames Matt Vickers for literally all of his life's problems right now. I know that's probably going to change to me now. He's probably going to blame me for all of his life's problems. But at least at a certain point, it was Matt Vickers.
Well, Faith Vickers threw us 20. What's going on, Faith? This is the real Faith.
Hey!
She goes, did Ralph leak the photos of Xander to Cow?
He's never admitted to it.
But
I do believe he did.
Oh.
Because there's only 3 people that could have done it. Mr. Vickers, Faith, or Ralph. And let's see, who's the one that goes on the fucking cowboard and has a history of leaking shit there to give himself some plausible deniability? It's Ralph, obviously.
Ooh. Casino supervisor for 10. Gator, I have a question I always want to know. I notice Ralph not paying attention all the time during his debates he hosts. Is he browsing the Kiwi farms?
Oh, he absolutely fucking is. He loves to, in the middle of his own fucking show. He got caught doing this, by the way, on one kill stream, where he was browsing the cowboards, and he played a sound from an image, from a video that was posted on there, and everybody fucking heard it. He has a tendency to, he gets bored at a debate, and he'll just flip over to whatever board he's looking at right now, like whether it's Cow back in the day or Kiwi Farms now, and he just go through and read the thread where they're talking about it.
I remember they once caught him on the cow board. They put like a flashing light, like, you know, a flashing light. So
and it lit up on his face. And
yeah.
God, that was funny.
Also,
That's funny as shit.
Also, he asks, what has Null done to make you personally deserve... Sorry, also, what has Null done to you personally to deserve your hate? I don't understand.
Null demanded that the Kiwis make a thread and dox me. And that's the same, I mean, that's the same behavior that Ralph's basically doing right now, so I fundamentally don't see a difference between the two. The difference, however, is that Null, I think, can at least be... You can have a conversation with Josh, I think. You can't really have a conversation with Ralph. When Ralph thinks that you're his blood enemy, that's it. He's going to think that for life. I think maybe Josh can be... I can have a discussion with Josh, maybe.
Yeah, no, I think that would be a good idea. We have 2 more here for you. Seesaw Loather for 3. Gator, do you think that Dax Herrera was honest when he said that he lied about the broken ankle? And 2, what does Dax really think of Ralph? 3, does Ralph bot his streams? And 4, can you teach me how to bot? He asks.
Okay, the first thing is about the broken foot or whatever.
Yeah.
I think Dick was just making a joke about that, because he did post an x-ray of his foot being f***ed up.
Okay.
So he did actually break his foot. The second thing is, I think when it comes to Dick, he just kind of sees everyone... Like, it's sort of like the Howard Stern and all of his people, his crazy people. He brings Ralph on the show because Ralph is crazy and has a lot of drama surrounding him, just like he does with, like, everybody else. I don't think he really, like, is, like, super besties, you know, with Ralph or anything like that. I think he finds the stuff that surrounds him entertaining and likes to incorporate it into the show. I don't know so much now that Ralph is, like, completely melting down and collapsing and doing all of the things that Maddox tried to do to Dick to me. But, you know, it is what it is.
All right. And
as far as botting,
does he bot?
Ralph has never admitted to me.
But he
about
bots.
botting.
Come on.
I
You see those
I would not
those
be
views?
surprised. It's too easy. It's too easy for people to open more tab. Like, I saw the fucking video and I'm like, really? You can just open a fucking tab in Odyssey and it'll count it as a new view. That's fucking crazy to me. It's the only website that does well. Them and Cozy. I guess.
Cozy, yeah.
There you go, Gator. There you go, Gator.
There you
The
go.
only website, like you couldn't even do that on Stream Me.
Yeah.
Of course, then again, Stream Me's viewer counts were broken anyway. Sometimes it wouldn't record like half the people that were watching.
So casino supervisor for 20, Gator. Josh mentioned on today's Mad at the Internet that you can be paid around $2,000 per month for managing WordPress sites instead of $150 a month. He yet again offers you helpful advice. While the hate, I think you've already answered that. But yeah, he did say that today, where what you were doing for Ralph, you could be paid $2,000 a month for. You know, all the shit that you were doing. So, you know, but I think you've already explained why. The whole Ralph, Josh thing. Yeah.
I explained the Josh thing. And see, the reason I was willing to work for Ralph for so long, like, and at that pay level, is because, like, I legitimately for a while thought the guy was my friend. I mean, my mistake. You know, I'm one of my major faults is that I'm loyal to an absolute fault. It takes quite a lot to get me to be like, you, I hate you, eat shit and die. And I mean, we finally found what the limit was, I guess. But, you know, I was willing to forego getting paid a shitload when the website started because I was like, okay, we're going to build the show back up. We're going to get us back to maybe not, you know, good old 2018 numbers, but let's get back to like Stream Me, like late Stream Me era. Let's get back there. We can do it.
Stream Me, Gator. There was a stream on Stream Me that a lot of people in chat are bringing up. When Ralph brought Soph, who was 13 at the time, on, were you okay with that? Do you think it was right to bring a 13-year-old on the kill stream?
I really don't think so. And I wasn't really okay with it. None of the co-hosts were really okay with it. It was kind of awkward as to be honest.
Real
One
fast.
more from me.
Wait, Ashton, I just got a message from Anime Rightist, and his internet, he's only getting 1 megabit upload right now. He has to call his internet provider. So he's asking if we could reschedule with him.
Oh, he can't come on tonight.
He said maybe next week. But yeah.
All right, well, we'll extend out this segment with
That's what
Gator a bit.
Yeah, we have like a lot anyway to cover, so it's okay.
Yeah, I've got at least 15 more minutes
week.
before I have to go to bed.
All right, cool.
All right, cool. I was gonna ask, have you seen the rare Gator collection, Gator? And if so,
yes,
what do you think?
Le 9-Gag Army. I think it's funny.
Think it's funny, eh? Oh, fuck. All right, well, there we go.
My favorite, my personal favorite, is the Surfer Gator that they made with the Murdoch shirt. I love that one.
Oh, shit. All right.
We have one here. Gator was abused. Be gentle for 15. Will there be a Killstream type show vacuum? I don't like Ralph much, but I really enjoyed most of the guests and feel of the Killstream. And Killstream dying will leave a hole that needs to be filled. Is there an alternative?
I don't know if necessarily there's really an alternative, because the Killstream is this weird sort of mix between like a regular political talk show, a Jerry Springer episode and Howard Stern, and like Morton Downey Jr. show. And it's like, I don't know if there would ever be something that could like quite be as crazy and insane as that, because it reflects its creator, right? Ralph is this like unstable guy who you don't know what he's going to do the next minute, and it reflects in the kinds of guests that he books, the events and the things that we cover on the show. I think it's a pretty big void to fill, and I hope somebody is able to step up and
why don't you do
what they want. The reason I don't is because, unfortunately, or fortunately for me, unfortunately for everyone else, I have real life obligations, and so they keep me from being able to devote.
Are they like Handy Mart?
Yeah, you know, working hard. I upgraded from grocery store clerk to managing a gas station.
Let's go.
Make a lot of money managing that. Making a lot of money working that Handy Mart, man. So you know, it's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it, and it just takes up all my time.
Yeah. Gator, I gotta ask you. A lot of people have been bringing this up. Why did you have all your tweets delisted from archive.org? Was there any reason in particular you did that, or?
Oh, because they were trying to use it to see if they could figure out my docs.
Okay. Okay.
It's really just that simple, and also because it pissed them off. Like my favorite thing was, I can't remember who like posted it on Kiwi Farms, but they were just like, "F you, Gator, you're a," and I was just like, oh, oh, that's so good. I love that.
We have something here from a DM from a Kill All Pedos, aka Fake Jim, asking, he's trying to don't know right now, but he just asked me on DMs to ask you, if you ever reconnected with your Puerto Rican girlfriend.
No, unfortunately, that's a bridge that's a little too burnt.
Okay. And
will you just admit the Puerto Rican girlfriend isn't real? You just admit it.
Oh, I didn't hear about
I'm autistic.
this.
I'm autistic, and I can't tell a lie, okay, about this particular topic. The Puerto Rican girlfriend did exist. However, the story was an amalgam, and I've actually told this before. The story is an amalgam of 3 different women and 3 different situations. And the reason I picked the Puerto Rican is simply the fact that the other 2 chicks were white, and we were... Well, I didn't really want to risk doxing myself and telling a story that someone might be able to connect a couple of dots here and be like, oh, hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know this story. I've heard this story before. I'm like, So,
long story short, she existed in your mind. You're saying
she existed in my mind. I believe she's real.
Wait, so he also Kill All Pedals asked me for you to say, "Oh boy,
Oh boy.
All right, there you go. There's your sound bit.
There's your sound bite, buddy.
Yeah. And Kill Moose Kill. Ask Gator if are you straight edge, or if you aren't, what drugs or alcohol do you do?
I'm not straight edge because I drink alcohol, but outside of that, I don't do any other drugs. I don't smoke. I don't do like weed or any of that shit. Just alcohol.
Okay, I think that's all the questions so far. Oh wait,
oh
no, that's it. Yes, that's all the questions that we had in the chat there.
Okay, here's a little bit of easier. Whatever happened? So you were going to do a podcast with Ralph and Pantsu about anime. Whatever happened to that? Why did that stop happening?
Because the next episode the show I suggested to watch was Redo of Healer. I think it scared Ralph away.
What the fuck is Redo of Healer?
It's basically just Rape the anime.
Okay, can you describe some of the things that happen in this anime?
I'll explain the plot of Redo of Healer. So this guy in this fantasy world discovers that he's the hero of healing. Like, he has the best healing power in the world. And they have to go and defeat, like, the Demon King or whatever. And so his power is, like, super important because he can heal people and heal people the best. Well, he goes to the castle, and he thinks he's going to be, like, you know, welcomed like all the other heroes, but they see him as lesser than them. And they end up, like, throwing him in a fucking dungeon and like, molesting the shit out of him and raping him and just treating him like absolute dog shit. But then, after years and years of torture and enslavement and being forced to do, just demeaned, beaten, raped, forced to do all these terrible things, he eventually figures out that he can go back in time.
Sounds like your life story, by the way.
Well, hey, you and Surfer had a little bit of going on.
Whoa, let's go.
Look,
I got up in that ass. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't be ashamed of it. Don't be ashamed.
It's all right. You know, you took it from Ralph. Surfer took it from me. You know, it's the circle of life.
The circle of life. It goes on and on.
Yeah.
The point is that he gets to redo his life and fix all of the shit. And it basically what it boils down to is he like takes the princess, brainwashes her, rapes the shit out of her, and goes around killing like all the people that wronged him.
Okay. Well, speaking about anime, Anime, the entire crux of why you're here, like the first domino, so to speak, was you having your the Anime Boomer podcast on a Gator Gamer, a YouTube channel, right? You had Nick Ricada on, which obviously he wasn't happy about.
And Flamenco was a frequent co-host on the show.
Exactly. And then Flamenco. And then it was the Jim thing. And that was what you were saying was the crux of everything, was your show. Because anytime someone tries their own show, Ralph gets angry. You got to be a kill stream co-host and not get paid or any of the rewards of doing a show. But yeah, it was your show, right?
Yeah, it was my show. And see, remember back in the day, Flamenco and I, one night when Ralph was missing, we did the scuffed TRR Tonight. And it was with, I believe it was Josh and Gino Samuel when we were talking about Christian. And it had, I want to say, like 2 times the number of like a regular kill stream. And Ralph was fucking pissed. I think that was really the moment that he soured on Flamenco. Because he didn't want to blame me yet. He took all that hatred, that jealousy, that just bitterness, and he just flung it all onto Flamenco and just soured their relationship.
What a bitch. What a little pussy-ass bitch. And now he's seizing...
He hates seeing people that he thinks are inferior to him. He hates seeing them do well because it makes him feel like less of a big shot because everything is to just fuel his fucking ego.
He's a fucking fat piece of shit. I'm so happy it's over. And everyone, here it is, the Gator Gamer. Check him out on YouTube. And you're doing one...
Wait, I have 4,000 subscribers? When the fuck did that happen?
It's growing.
Oh, there it is.
Jim's
There it is.
influence. He's blessing you.
Yeah, you see? And actually, Jim, he posted a tweet saying, it's funny, like, you make fun of Ralph. Nick Ricada now has fucking 100,000K live streams. Warski has a popular show. Flamenco making thousands of dollars. And Gator's now appearing on all these podcasts and shows. Like, if you want to be big on YouTube, shit on Ralph. That's it. That's the starting point.
He's built this just hilariously large list of enemies. I mean, you just go back to 2014, all the fucking people he's pissed off since he showed up on the internet just because he's an arrogant piece of shit that doesn't, like, he's so fucking arrogant, but he has absolutely no reason to be. He acts like he's God's gift to humanity, that he does everything better than everybody else, and people are just like, shut up.
I'm sorry, chat. I am subbed. I'm not logged in here. I can actually show you guys the edge of my screen here. Sign in. It says sign in. I'm not signed in on this browser. I don't use the browser that I sign in with. I am subbed to Gator.
You were mentioning Ricada. I wanted to bring up to Gator, just once and for all, confirm it. Did Ralph shit his pants on live stream?
I believe
did that
he
really
did.
happen? Really?
I believe he
pants.
You think he shit himself? It was wet. It wasn't like a straight up poop. It was like a watery, like. And he doesn't wear boxers. We know this. He said this many times. He always goes commando. So he didn't shit his like underwear. He shit his straight pants.
He sharded his pants.
And to your knowledge, did he wallow in it all night, or did he get up and?
No, I think he actually got like, because you could tell he like adjusted, and you hear the noise, and then he's like, oh yeah. And he sat there for a little bit, and then I think he realized that he was kind of stewing in it. Oh. And then he gets up and goes off camera for a minute. I think he realized
a slosher. He had a slosher.
Do you think he enjoyed it? Because we know like he thumbed Faith's ass, smelled the shit. Do you think he was enjoying the smell of shit from his own pants?
I mean, he lives with that smell all the time, so I guess he just got used to it. It reminds him of home.
Has he ever talked to you about how he enjoys shit, like tasting it, eating it, smelling it?
Oh.
No, but, he did fish a burger out of the trash. So, I mean, nothing shocks me anymore.
Did Ralph ever tell you other times that he shit his pants? Did he ever confess to you of, other times he shit himself and just stewed in it?
No, can't say that he did.
Okay, Gator, one last the sex tape. What was your you've watched the sex tape, right?
Regrettably, the night that it happened, my Twitter DMs, which were open at the time, were literally walls upon walls of that man's cock. It was horrifying. Horrifying.
What was your what was going through your mind when you saw Ralph insert his pig hoof into Faith Vickers' ass, smell the shit, and then suck it right off his thumb? How are you feeling then?
It was like everything that you had tried to build and tried to create was crashing down around you at the same time. And I was thinking to myself, how the does he survive this? This motherfucker just released a video showing his short cock, showing him shoving his thumb up a woman's asshole and then clearly sniffing it.
Oh.
And the little Pixel Zidane and Gator are sitting in the background. Like it's like the fucking SpongeBob meme where like everything is like motion blurred and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? It was like an out-of-body experience. I honestly didn't know how to respond at first.
How did it feel when you saw your own image, the Gator image, like put up on the wall in the sex tape? Because you're in the sex tape.
Mortified.
Your avatar. Oh,
absolutely mortified.
Do you think yourself, like, what was your damage control? Like, how you were like, how am I going to sweep this up? Do you have any clue of what the damage control was going to be at that time, or did it take you a while to figure it out?
Well, ultimately, I didn't really do damage control. I went on Augie's show and basically said, like, Ralph f***ed up. He's going to have to deal with the consequences of his actions, and I'm washing my hands of it.
He has to wash his hands of it, too.
It was so disgusting. I felt dirty.
Dude, I remember watching it when he puts his thumb up to the camera. You're like, oh, oh.
What do you think about Pantsu being like a lolicon enthusiast and all that weird shit from? Yeah,
I think May doesn't actually have like a personality. I think she just molds herself to whoever she's around. And I think someone alluded to that, actually, that Digibro like bragged about how she was really easy to manipulate because she just adopts the personality and the beliefs and everything of somebody else. I don't think May was actually like into the lolicon stuff. I think she just was with Digibro and wanted to make Digibro happy and just literally was a blank slate that could be molded into whatever they wanted. So I don't really believe that she's that hardcore into it like Digibro is and was.
Okay. How do you figure the Ralph and Pantsu thing came to be then? Because it seems to be an odd coupling, does it not? It seems to be a bit strange. And Pantsu said back in the day, she's I could do a little bit better than Ralph. How the fuck did this happen, Gator?
It happened because, do you remember the picture of all of them like hanging out at the
house?
Yeah.
Ralph was in the WCW shirt, right, with the trance and gang.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Ralph had started hanging out with like Riley, Digibro, and all their friends, and May and Digibro were kind of on the outs because Digibro decided that he wanted to cut his dick off because he wanted to be the little girl, and May was like, she just like most women very quickly realized that the situation there was going to deteriorate. And so what did she do? She went and got with the first person that she possibly could, which happened to be Ralph. Now remember, Ralph was with Faith at the time, and he tried to set up this weird like menage a trois situation with her and Faith.
I saw those
them
texts.
be like sister wives. Yeah, that's so fucking bizarre.
Yeah. He also
So, Gator, I gotta ask this. Your knowledge is Ralph currently trying to groom Alice into his harem? Is that what's going on?
100%.
He's never really told me anything about that, but I have a sneaking suspicion that he tried. And it doesn't seem like he was very successful because apparently he was spurging out about Alice and Corinne on the Chill Stream Discord, somebody posted a screenshot that I actually quote tweeted, where he's like, let me see if I can find. I'll send you the link in just a second.
Yeah. Wait, what? Even Alice won't fuck you? That's a bad sign, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know Alex,
This bitch sucked on Baked Alaska's toe.
we have to do an IP2 fucking breakdown episode of Kino Casino, dude. Like, one day, guys, there's like 2 years worth of like the most gnarly shit you'll ever see. Her room just trash, disgusting, and she would used to eat a Fruit Loops from a plastic bag. Did you see that?
Yeah. The Ziploc bag with milk in it. Oh, dude. She nearly like killed her fucking dog by locking it in a room without water or food
For like 3-4 days and stayed with Baked Alaska. They had to call the landlord to break the door down before the dog died. Like, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. We'll get Alice on the show too. I'm sure she'll come on.
I'm sure she'll love the attention from this show. I'm
sure. Yes.
I'm sure.
Holy shit. Well, we also have a lot of donos too, but Gator, if you could find that,
I just sent it to you in DM.
You did? Okay, perfect. I'll pop
Did you find a DM of Ralph seething about me that I can masturbate yet to, Gator? Or
oh yeah, let me go back and start doing that again.
All right.
God bless you, Gator.
We have some time now. We have some time.
We have time because Anime Rightus bailed.
Next week we'll get him on.
Hopefully Fuentes hasn't given the order not to come on. I really
imagine. Here it is. It's okay. So all right. So this is the Discord, the Chill Stream Discord. It's bomb here. LOL. We'll send Corinne out on the field. Alice too. I hope that's clear now. Spoiler alert. I run this bitch, and if you fuck with me, tagging me, you won't be around. Thanks, man. Same to you. You have a fundamental misunderstanding of how things work here, boy. This is him talking to his viewers, by the way, on Chill Stream the other day. I got you, bruh. Wait, did he? Yeah, I actually heard about this too. He actually went to anyone who's in my Discord now. He banned them from his Discord because we obviously found out everything what was going on there.
Wow.
So we ended up having to ban everyone who's on his Discord from our Discord. Like, fuck you, you know? Because at first we were fine, right? We were like on our Discord, we have like a hangout sesh almost every night. But our thing was, okay, if you watch Kino Casino and you watch Ralph, you're fine, right? 3 weeks later, we're now like, if you still watch Ralph, there's something mentally wrong with you and you're banned. Like, we can't, like, you're gone. You know, like, even if you're like everyone, like 99% of people still on my Discord are like, yeah, no, dude, it was one person at a time, just like fucking, and he's trying to dox everyone and do this, that, the other. People are done with it. So like, this is his own viewers. His own Telegram was shitting on him. His own a Chill Stream Discord, we're all like, I don't know, Ralph, go yourself. I'll kill you. I own you. You're my bitch. You watch me. And then he blocks them. Literally to like 65% of everyone he had left are gone. And the people who are still there are suspect. That's all I'll say. Seriously. And everyone hit like, and we're going to read donos in a second here. Actually, I can read them until he finds something.
Yeah. Shit, I was gonna ask Gator about Vegas and shit like that.
You do that first, and then do that first. Yeah.
Gator, there was like some leaked DMs that came out about where you were telling Ralph like he's in his element in Strange City. You know what he gets up to in Vegas? Because like no videos ever come out when he's in Vegas. Like what is he doing when he's there? And is he winning big or is he getting felted?
Oh, he's getting felted so fucking hard. Super fucking hard.
Oh,
how much money did he fucking lose? Let me see if I can find it.
If you can,
this is the problem.
Grab that, Gator. It might be the redemption arc. It really might be.
Oh, if you know
how much Ralph got felted in Vegas in the Kino Casino, I'd be pretty pleased with that.
Oh shit! Beat then Ralph for 3. Hey, Gator, how mad was Ralph over Ricketa's Rittenhouse streams?
Oh, he had to have been fucking seething. He kept making references to what did he call that? The grifter stream or something like that, or like he called him a fake trial attorney and all that shit. It was just like he was so mad that how many kill streams was that? That had to have been at least like what? A billion kill streams is what he was doing in numbers. It was fucking insane.
Wait. I heard yesterday on Chillstream Discord when they banned someone, they have a trial. So the prosecutors are like the mods of the Chillstream Discord, and you have the right to an attorney, which is another member of the Discord, and you have to actually have a trial to see if they'll ban you. And Ralph's the judge.
That's not true.
I swear.
No, that can't be. No.
I'll get someone. Hang on. Someone who's in that Discord or was, and you want to hop on the show, DM me right now and I'll drag you in. You know who you are. If you want to, I know he's going off on a lot of you right now. I need one guy. Dude, I had 3 people tell me this. 3 on separate occasions.
Let's figure this.
Yeah, it was like, remember how I made the cult, the joke, the Volition Radio cult? Remember, it was a joke though, right? Ralph does that for real. He's got Gator. You don't understand. They have trials in there. They have trials. You didn't know this? Dude, like...
No, because I, never go in the Chillstream Discord unless I get, tagged.
They're doing trials in there. And then one of my friends had to be someone's defense attorney one day, last week. I'm like, what? I'm like, come on. And apparently it's true. So if you are in the Chillstream Discord and they're going to ban you, they'll hold a trial. Iron Wolfspear, my homie, saying, to all who are afraid to leave the gun at this point, take it from me, he will turn on you soon enough. And for those who got their head so far up their ass, his gun, keep getting felted. And by the way, Iron Wolfspear was a Chillstream guy. So he's one of them who knows about the... Hang on, is Iron? Hang on, let me see if I have any DMs. Hang on. All right, we have the defense attorney of the Chillstream Discord. I'm gonna send him an invite. We have the actual defense attorney. Since people don't believe me, this is the actual, and he bailed 2 days ago. He was banned because he was seen in my Discord. All right, I sent you the invite. Get in the green room. All right, guys, we have the official Chillstream attorney coming on.
Let's go.
At least, all right. We lost the second guest, but we received the insider top mod of the Chillstream. PPP, you didn't hear these stories yet?
I haven't heard any of these stories.
I heard them last night. I'm also friends with the old Killstream secretary.
Yeah.
And I saw a couple things.
Secretary for the Kinodrome.
I did pitch that, and we might get the Kinodrome. And we'll pay him some of the super chats from that night.
I can give him a very good recommendation because he managed the account on Twitter, the Killstream Secretary account. It was not a woman. It was a man.
It was a guy, yep. He's my friend, yeah.
Email. He did a lot of good booking for the show. He managed the calendar so that Ralph could just pull up a fucking Google calendar and see, oh, I've got a guest here. I've got a guest there. I need a guest on Wednesday, so let me get somebody in there. The show is like you remember there was a period of time there in right before the election when things were just really good and we were getting all these guests on and things were just perfect.
It was him.
Secretary. It was him, yeah. And
he's awesome. He's been hanging out in our Discord for a year now, and only the last few weeks he opened his eyes and went, this is dark. His first message to me that he turned was when Ralph threatened to rape my sister. He DM'd me and was like, All right, I think that's all I needed right there. But yeah, we have Iron Wolfspear, the previous Chill Stream defense attorney from their trials they had in their Discord. Iron, how are you today? Welcome to the Kino Casino.
Oh, hello guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. How you doing?
Right. I'm good. Nice to see all of you, Gator, PPP, and obviously Andy. I want to just say this. All right. The trial thing was an idea that was brought up before, but it wasn't done in the most autistic way possible until I was involved. Somebody was asked to be the defense attorney, and me being the high moral person I am, had to speak up for the person that was being persecuted in the chill stream. And this is all comes down to basically a man was flirting and talking to a female in that server, and she had regret and left the server in shame. And then he was banned because there's clearly the owners of the server are simps. And they accuse me of being a Janny, but they're the biggest Jannies on the internet, if you to speak frankly.
So you had trials because some girl was Me Too'd in Ralph's Discord? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh my god.
This individual, I will say this. Everyone deserves to be heard out. Everybody deserves to be defended. There's only two things, in my opinion, that are not defendable, and he didn't do any of those things. So I, in spirit, won the trial. I was told also afterwards that the prosecutors were threatening, if not trying to coerce the jurors into voting guilty regardless, if they thought he should be not guilty. And in spirit, I did win one of the bullshit charges of this bullshit, because even them, the people, half of them were trying to say, yeah, I should have won, and I clearly did won. And you know what? Let's say something that nobody really knows. One of the charges were not just from the chill stream. This individual, the prosecutor, and the Jannies in there were trying to prosecute this individual for what they were doing on other servers that weren't by Flamenco server. Apparently, the chill stream thinks they have the right to dictate what people do in Flamenco server. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I remember a time when Sargon and Kraut got raped for their gay ops server, and all the F-slur shit going on in their Discord server. I was like, this was like even more homosexual than that shit from the sounds of it. It sounds pretty bad. Holy shit, dude. That's cringe.
And this
cringe.
This corruption between the prosecution of it.
Like, what the fuck? This is some cringe shit. Like,
I mean, if you guys want to talk about cringe, let's state the fact that the prosecutor's own witnesses, some of them were females, some of them were males, were making my case. They were saying what this person did wasn't even that bad. His own witnesses were trying to turn the case against him, just like the Rittenhouse guy.
Wait.
This is some Better Call Spurg shit.
Yeah, you just James. Better Call Spurg.
Better Call Spurg.
All right. Well,
why wasn't this live streamed?
There's a few people that recorded it, and I have somebody that will send it to me now, because the real victim, the man that was falsely charged and falsely, sentenced, he has the thing, and he will send it to me now, because he asked me, as his lawyer, as his representative, to speak this out to the public, to everyone now that's listening, the thousands. If you are in the chill stream, don't be afraid to leave, and maybe go somewhere where you might be wanted and won't have to follow these bullshit politics of sucking Ralph's ass.
Is there actually like a recording? Can you release this recording?
Oh yeah,
please?
Of course. There was a bunch of people that recorded it, and
we'll put it. Let's get the recording and put it on Gumroad. I
will talk to my client tonight, and I will have him upload it for me, and then let's see if we can get it to you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna get the
Oh,
trial. We're gonna get the
I see.
trial.
Wait a minute. I see Jim tweeted right now about the recordings. I also want to state, Jim is listening.
Yeah,
Jim, I was the guy in the flamenco donating when you were playing video games with him that talked about as the insider that Mersh was in there for 30 minutes, and some of these individuals were literally kissing his ass when they were shit talking you. You know what? They hate you too. And you know what? One of the Jannies was trying to use the 30 people in there to boost. They were trying to boost his tweet to you because they were really ass blasted about you, fake Jim, being on the Ralph festival. They were trying to get you to shit on Ralph the week before that. You know, Ralph shitted on you or whatever a few weeks before that, and now they're felted. They've been felted. They've been felted for weeks, and I was banned. I lost my privilege on there because I spoke the truth. I was inspired by Andy and PPP, even Gator. Gator, I wasn't your biggest fan for the longest, but it takes a lot of balls with what you did, walking away, and a lot of us are happy for you. Truly happy for you.
I mean, I could have a big angry fat man waddling outside of my house, sometime in the next couple of days. But you got to do what you got to do, right?
Hey, Iron, can we at those we could post the trial on Gum Road, but then Friday next week, Ashton,
we'll
let's
put
do it.
Yeah.
I say we do a special
Everybody
jury episode.
Yes.
Oh, for sure. I will
All
talk to the client. A few people might have recorded it, and I know some of them will send it to me. So if you want to contact me, just hit me up on Twitter, Iron Wolf Spear, or on Andy's servers, or even Flamenco server. I'm in there as Iron Wolf Spear. If you want to add me, you will be anonymous. You won't be, if you're in the chill stream still for some reason, obviously your name won't be leaked. I promise. I'm not a doxer like Ralph. I'm not a doxer like any of those people there. So feel free to send me.
We got the recordings.
Okay.
We got the trial recordings. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
And by the way, Ashton, you were like this. Oh, there's no way this can be true. Iron has been my man on the inside for the last 3 months. Let's be fucking honest, Iron, right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's been sending me all the screenshots and everything. And our Discord, we just speak about video games. We talk shit. We watch movies. And then every now and then, Iron's like, they are seething about you. And we're like, what? And it's just all like everyone going, I wonder what Andy's doing. And we're like playing Halo for like 10 hours straight, like, holy shit. So we have our man on the inside finally free, but you did hold yourself in there for a long time without wanting to be there, right? You were sickened by Ralph's.
Of course.
Yeah.
There's a few individuals in there that are trying to be neutral, but there's a witch hunt in there to look for the last, person that has an individual mentality. They don't want individuals in there. They want sheep in there. So, again, feel free to leave if you want, and, come somewhere else where you're probably wanted. And like I said,
you'll be embraced in the Andy's OnlyFans.
Andy's OnlyFans.
Andy's OnlyFans.
That's what my Discord's called. Well, Aaron, thank you so much, and we look forward.
Thank you guys for having me here, and it's been a great show.
If you're on next week, if you're around next week and you want to help dissect maybe some like behind the scenes stuff of the court case, we'd love to have you on if you're free.
Yeah, I will 100% get this done before next week. And Jim, I love you. I'm your biggest fan. I got your hat. That's all I wanted to say. Bye, Gator. Bye, everybody.
All right, peace, Iron. Peace, Iron. No, it's funny because we just chill out, and then every now and then it'll be him or some other people like, look what they're saying in the Discord, and I'm like reading it like, what's wrong with them? Are they nuts? But I didn't know about the trial until yesterday, and I didn't know until that there was a recording till today. So next Friday, god damn.
Andy, you just gotta pull up the picture I just sent you in the DMs.
Okay.
You just gotta pull it up. I just laughed so hard, man.
What's happening? Are they seething? Oh, I got copy link. Let me toss her in here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what's going to happen on Friday. I think this will be part of our thumbnail, to be honest. I like how the show next week's like almost done. There it is, guys.
Yeah, the show's already written, you know. It just keeps happening. Like,
it doesn't end.
Never ends. It never ends.
Holy shit. Gator, do you have did you find anything for us?
Gator.
Oh,
Please.
is he gone?
Oh, he's here. Come on, Gator.
I'm muted. Oh no, late, gay, and muted. What a disaster that is. Yes, I did. In fact, Andy, you should check your DMs.
Oh no! We got
Brother Gator.
Oh no, we have like 3 sets of fucking pictures here. Okay, a lot of text to go over, ladies. I'm actually happy Anime Right is canceled on us.
Yeah, it worked out. It worked out.
Yeah, it worked out. Yeah, we have the case next week, and then we have the him next week. So we're pretty much set. But here we go. Okay. Oh, Ashton, it's about you. It's about you. Do you want to read the honors?
I'll read it. If PPP hadn't made it untenable, I would be in with him right now, double stomping Josh. I fucking hate that almost as much as Josh now. Just hilarious how I go from one of the worst people online to at least Ralph is funny and makes me laugh. At all those times together, it's a startling turn. I knew they would turn on Vickers like this. We talked about it. The DM Josh put out was a massive strike against their bullshit in Cali. I talked to a lawyer who doesn't even think they have criminal jurisdiction to compel me to appear out there. Since I've never set foot in the country, or the county, rather, I'm gonna delete that tweet, point to all the shit her and him have said online, and I say I'm just looking for peace. And if there's any doubt about jail, I probably won't even go. Lol. I'm going to say I plead no contest to spare my child the embarrassment. And I only said the things I said online because of what they were saying. Apologies, Your Honor. I just want to raise my little girl that's upcoming. These have no idea I'm a trained courtroom operator.
See? The trials. It's all.
No, let him finish. God damn it, Andy, let him finish.
If I wasn't, I would have spent over half my life in jail. I can't do the dolphin laugh, but I can even cry on command. They just don't know. I'm a fucking method actor in the moment. If I need it. There's a lot to unpack there, folks.
Ralph Amail. His name is Ralph Amail on Discord, by the way. Did you see this?
LARP. The LARP is for real, folks. The LARP is for real. Shit.
No, this just happened. Somebody sent this to me because they told me that people were like spurging out in the Chillstream Discord apparently.
During our
Ralph
show.
Came in and started trying to throw his weight around. Apparently he's watching the show and drinking again or something.
By the way, Kaz, wake up, Kaz.
Yeah.
Come back to reality. Leave Ralph. What is he even paying you, bro? If he's not, like, come on. Smell the coffee, dude. You're gonna get felted. Big league.
Look at this. It's real cool.
Shit.
Put his in brackets in his name. The mods, and he wrote, Kaz. Oh wait, Kaz ban Gator. Take him out now. OMFG. Hater Gator. Gone. Okay, so Gator. So
Gator, this is some base shit that you've dug up, Gator. We love you, Gator. We love you. We love you.
It gets even better because the person I'm talking to sent me another one. Apparently, Ralph is now threatening to release Iron Wolf Spear's address.
Oh, right now?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Oh, chat.
What a fucking scumbag.
What a scumbag.
Lowest of the low.
Iron Wolf Spear, we have your back, dude. We have your back, dude. You see, like, he comes on for a second. He's gonna release the audio of the trial, and what does fucking Ralph do on Chillstream Discord? Starts strong arming, threatening anyone who's there. If you're still there, you're a. What are you doing? Holy dude.
Get out now.
Oh, wait. Oh, here he is in his chill stream. Is Ralph. Iron Wolf is obsessed with e-girls. And then BC said Friday Night Tights tonight had 13,000 live, and YouTube kept saying they had 14. And then Ralph says, I have a lot on this about Iron Wolf Spear, including his address. So I hope he keeps threatening e-girls in DMs. What?
Whoa.
Are we uncut?
Conspiracy
It
continues.
continues. It doesn't end. Like we said 3 weeks ago, this is it. This is it. We're doing it. This is the funeral. Or 2 weeks ago, rather. Sorry. This is it, Ashton. It gets darker and darker. And I hope Iron, don't be strong-armed. By the way, I just received a DM from the Kill Stream secretary who said he's willing to come on, but he wants to gather his thoughts first.
Well, we can bring him on next week if he wants.
Yep.
No, or
we'll have the Kill Stream secretary who has all the connects and may become the Kinodrome's secretary.
Let's go.
Let's
Gator,
go. Yeah.
Did you find the DM of how much he's lost in Vegas, or is it just too tough?
I tried to find. I looked for a couple different numbers, and I couldn't find it. And I hate to disappoint you, but I know it was at least $4,000.
Oh, jeez. Felt it. That's a
he
big
got
time
decimated.
Oh wait.
He got absolutely decimated by sports betting.
Oh my god.
I'm sure the comps made it. I got everything comped. I got a $50 steak comp, day logs. Except for my $4,000 in Feltman's.
Ashton, look at this. Look at this. Wait. Let me show the audience. Guys, right now.
Alf is
look
seething
at
in his Discord. He's
look
watching
at this.
the show.
Look what he says. He says,
if they aren't doing at least 1K with all the pile-on with me, then that's a major fail. Well, Ralph, we're doing 2K.
We got 1,900.
We're doing like 10 kill streams right now. Like 10 metric kill streams.
Oh
Backing
my
up the cash, buddy. Be sure to donate, folks, to make Ralph seethe harder.
Donate.
Be sure to smash the like button.
Tell your friends. Follow us on Twitter, on Instagram. I have an Instagram there as well. Our Gum Road dudes. We're going to be doing a lot of this stuff as well as Kinodrome. And now, by the way, the story plot thickens. It doesn't end. Kino Casino, by the way, is a podcast that you have to watch weekly to follow like the story. It's now a story now. It's not just a show that's news.
It's like pro wrestling or some shit.
Exactly.
I don't know what's going on.
I have more leaks. I have more leaks, Ashton. Do you want to see them?
Way. Let's see these leaks. What's going on?
All right.
What the fuck is going on? We're never going to get to Nick Fuentes.
I know. Ralph Amail. Any questions? No. Did you try linguicia yet? Tastes great. I have one. What kind of fish was that in the pic? Looked nice. Not sure if I'm spelling it right. Sardines, they're amazing here. Oh, here we go. Iron Wolf is trying to grift this trial bullshit. And then that's when Ralph said, well, if it's not in front of 1,000 people, then it's a fail. Well, that's going to happen. Now, here we go. Here we go. They're close to 1,900. Yeah, that seems more like it.
Yeah.
Why are they talking about the Alice trial? F***ing YouTube never works. Iron Wolf is obsessed with e-girls. Friday Night Tights tonight at 13,000 live. Oh, I have a lot on this guy, including his address. So yes, that's him from today, threatening there.
This is him today threatening doxes, but there are still people standing beside this guy.
We have more.
Remember Kraut and T? Remember what happened to Kraut for doxing Coach Red Pill? There's this guy doxing one of his own supporters live. We're watching it on the air. Oh, will anybody do anything about this? I mean,
you would think.
One man I know, there's one man who I know who is famous for felting Kraut. Please, Lord, let him see this. Please hear my cry, Daddy. Please. Anyway.
We have Bucket Groiper in there going, let me just see. Oh, I'll be paying a visit to Gator's hometown here soon as well. Greenville.
Oh.
Oh.
Is he also
at
also
11:28?
Is that a threat?
Is he also going to get beat up in Greensville? Also, I'm going to go to Greenville to own Gator.
I heard there's a massive Portuguese representation there. I don't know if that's the smartest thing for him.
He's straight up 10 minutes ago. This is 10 minutes ago. Wait. Oh my God. There's more threats towards you. He's going to post flyers all over the place.
What? Is he going to post flyers with your face on?
This is the same exact thing that he tried to do to 8-0, and then she felted the shit out of him.
Whoa, look at this. Including his community college campus. And to ECU, where he goes to football games. Sorry if I'm doxing you on this, but he's threatening your life right now.
He's convinced. Like, Ralph seems really convinced that he thinks he knows where I am. And that's the funniest part about this, is Ralph is exposing himself as a fucking doxer, and he's not even gonna get it right.
Oh my God. Ashton! What happened tonight, dude? We wanted a 20-minute interview with Gator. What is happening?
Just supposed to be 20 minutes, and then Anime Rightist was coming on. It's all coming out now, Ralph. I'd be worried if I was you, Ralph. I don't think he's gonna like what's gonna come down the pipeline here.
Oh,
in real time,
look at Ralph here. Andy, your grandpa molested you and your sister. Like, yeah, okay.
Wow.
You got me. That's not even true. Like, it just, and by the way, it keeps, like, saying I'm a cokehead. I'm 2.5 years sober of coke. You're doing it now. Seething.
Ralph, keep piping these messages into Discord, because we're getting paid.
Wow.
Every time you install Andy,
there's no more.
We make more money, we get more viewers. So continue, Ralph. Continue spurging in Discord. We love it.
Yo. Even Bibble was saying, what the f in the chat there? Bibble needs to run, dude. Bibble needs to run. Bibble.
Bibble.
Wait, go back to that screenshot, the community college screenshot, because he says he's going to Minnesota in March. So now he's threatening to go kill Jim.
Whoa.
Go do it, Ralph.
So he's threatening you, and he knows we're reading it on the show. What are you doing? Anyone who sticks by Ralph at this point, you're insane. By the way, the Kill Stream secretary said next week works. He'll be on next week. We'll have the trial and the Kill Stream secretary on next Friday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern here on Daka Daka, as well as check out the Gumroad. A lot of content out this week. It's going to be lit there this week. Thank you everyone who's been signing up and donating. Well, Gator, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, man, he must really be on the pills, because he's having like a fucking meltdown.
He's losing it.
I'll own them. You'll see.
Are there more DMs?
Are there more DMs? Let me see.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh
boy.
Wait. Okay, I won't pop it up because I have it here. I have them. We will see how funny it is when I actually show up to these cities, houses, and community colleges, because it's going to happen.
Okay. We'll see, Ralph. You do it.
Whoa, he's threatening you like right now, dude. He's straight up threatening your life basically right now on his Discord, because you're on one of the best fucking Friday night 9:30 p.m. Eastern shows right now, I would say, on YouTube.
God, he's he really has turned into Tonka in real time. He's like, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna get you.
Like, what's he gonna do? By the way, Ralph,
he can't even
have a gun. Sit on me?
But here's the thing:
it's a felony. He doesn't even have a gun.
Yeah,
just shoot the motherfucker.
But here's the thing: is doxing, right? He's going, I'm gonna dox you, Ralph. Doxing only works to scare people when they have a lot of enemies, mortal enemies. That's the only time being doxxed sucks. Every big online celebrity is doxxed. Everyone's doxxed. You know what I mean? Like, most people are doxxed. So you going, I'm going to dox you. No one's going to be like, oh, I'm going to order Gator some pizzas now. Like, what are they going to do? No one hates Gator the way they hate you, Ralph. Because for him, being doxxed in his mind is like, oh my God, the world, it's over. It's done. For everyone else, we're like, okay, I guess that's my mom. Yeah, that's a picture of my mom. Thanks, bro. Like, no one, and it's making him look worse and worse every fucking 5 seconds. What's wrong with him? Is he delusional? You'd think you'd wake up.
Threatened to dox a supporter.
Live viewers for the first time on the show. Thank you, Ralph.
Thank you, Ralph. And by the way, over 2,000 subs in like a week and a half. Crazy shit happening here. Go ahead, Gator. What were you going to say?
He's in the span of like the last 30 minutes, he's threatened to dox a supporter of his, threatened to kill me, threatened to kill Jim.
Black Pigeon Speaks wants on?
BPS is in the chat.
I mean,
he wants on.
Chat, what do you guys think? Maybe we should get BPS on? Let me throw him a text here.
Let's go.
Felix.
I know I said that I have 15 minutes like an hour ago, but I really do have to go after like 15 minutes.
All right, man. Yeah. No, we understand. This segment went on like it actually all worked out. People are loving this, but yeah, on BPS. DM me on Twitter, and I'll send you the invite link for the new Discord if you want on. So just throw me a thing. I wonder because BPS and Ralph were okay, right? BPS, are you sure you want to do this? Because the moment you walk into these doors in the Kino Casino doors, Ralph now sees you as his mortal enemy. Like, I don't know. This is up to you, BPS.
Up to you, man.
Well, look, Ralph always treated BPS like shit because BPS would always like crack a joke here and there, and like it's been a while since you let him back on the show. I'm pretty sure Ralph already fucking hates BPS. So I don't think he's burning any bridge. I think he's already burned.
Oh.
Now he's talking about heading to Jim's house. They just caught this right now. And he's going, Gamergate legend Jim Rediker. He's gonna interview people around your town, Gator, about you.
What?
He's gonna go.
He's gonna have you seen Gator? Have you seen Gator? Look at this man. Look at this man. His name is Gator. I don't even know my name.
But they're gonna go like, this guy, like, how is he? Yeah, I see him around my school. He's a cool guy. Like, what are they gonna say? Like, oh, he's actually a killer. He murders. You know what I mean? Like, what? He's threatening.
I'm not like Ralph and murdered a girl behind an Arby's in 1993.
Yeah.
Ooh, the old lore from the eldest one.
Oh, yo, he's threatening to get to Jim's house now. He's just going off on he's like, Minnesota, here I come. Like, he's just going off. Jim's watching this. I know he is because he's tweeting about it. Jim, he's going to Minnesota, bro.
Coming.
He's
coming for you.
Oh my
He's
God.
got all 5 foot into that motherfucker. He's coming for you, Jim. He's got a crossbow. You got a crossbow, Jim. Don't worry. You got a crossbow, buddy.
Oh, look at what
No.
Ralph is so mad.
What is he saying?
He's so fucking mad.
Hang on.
Look at the screenshot that my dude sent me. Oh, he's mad because I said that Ralph was suicide baiting on Flamenco's show, so now he's trying to make some shit up.
Well, he probably was suicide baiting. He did the same thing to Faith, didn't he?
Now
He did. There's DMs of him with Faith, and he's threatening to kill himself.
Now he's saying, I should have told him across the street, not down the road. I'm being 100% serious. Then Gator will kill himself 3 months. Wait, a Gator would have killed himself 3 months ago if he failed his school test.
He's saying Ralph, I'm not in a nursing program. Your stupid lie didn't even work.
He says you're in a nursing program? Even if you were,
He
whatever.
says I was going to be a nurse.
But even if you were, who
You were in
cares?
computer science. Like,
Ralph! Jesus fucking Christ, Ralph. Like, if you're gonna make up something to like try to like own the gator, at least make it something believable. You know my lore as well as these guys do. Come on, you can do better than
Oh, wait, but you're being felted here. Oh, shit. You're being felted. Someone's saying a poor gator can't even shoot straight. I think referring to you not having a defense mechanism when he shows up.
Oh.
okay.
I know someone named Alex, but Alex doesn't pull the trigger. He's
I was about
pussy.
to say, Andy, you gotta. I know you know a guy. You know a guy.
I'll be back. Hold on.
We will defend ourselves.
Yo, this is fucking hilarious. He's losing his mind. He's trying to kill Medicare and you on like live. What is wrong with him? Like what? Like we're just like, f you, Kim. Let's move on. Meanwhile, he does this all the time to everyone else. Attacks our loved ones, makes up lies or whatever, right? Exaggerates, or just like moral about shit that he does worse, right? And then we go, okay, well, you, buddy. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. You're like, you're a bitch. You're a fucking bitch. You can't kill anyone here. Your face. If anyone punches you in the face, they'll re-break your orbital bone. It's done. Your face will never be right again, Ralph. Do you understand this? Oh, and by the way, I don't have the pictures like on me right now, but I'm sure you'll believe me when I say this. But okay, it's the picture he posted of him on the boat. You saw that with like the champagne and cigar? Well, he goes, I fought 4 people. People zoomed in on both of his knuckles, not a scratch. He didn't land a single punch. There would be a scuff mark, a bruise, a cut or something, right? Not a iota of evidence on his knuckles. We got another leak here, by the way. Okay, I'm not going to open that. That's someone's address. Gator.
Oh, he put... Oh, I that's the address that he thinks is mine.
That's not your address, though?
No, it's not.
I still won't put it up, though.
Don't put it up because YouTube,
it's...
he's baiting you into posting it.
Yeah.
Because he wants to flag you.
Yeah, I'm not going to put it up. But yeah, don't worry. He puts an address that's supposed to be Gator's. Wait, is he texting someone here? Hang on a second.
Yeah, he's texting me.
Oh, he's texting you right now with your address? And then you said, I'm not showing it on screen, don't worry. And he says, okay, what do I put for the name? Not trying to get your name, but they will. Oh, he's taking a text that you had with him previously and posting it on his Discord, showing people that he has your address.
Right. Well, what he thinks is my address.
So what is that address, may I ask? Or
that address was a friend that I knew that would send me mail. So it was kind of like an address where they were going to move out soon, and Ralph was going to send me like an old laptop or something. And so what I did was I was like, hey, since I know you're moving out in like a month or 2, I want this laptop. And because my laptop was going to shit at the time, and we needed a new laptop to do like the caller bot stuff. So Ralph was just going to send me his old one. And it was a really shitty laptop, by the way. It's like an old ass fucking Dell, not even worth like $700. Yeah, I know. Yeah, go figure.
It was like the one from Johnny has in Cobra Kai.
I sent him my buddy's address so that he could send it to him and then send it to me.
Okay, so that address is your buddy's old address. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
He's straight up now posting like what he thinks is Gator's address on his Discord right now. Like going like absolutely ballistic, threatening to kill Jim the entire time. I'm gonna find him. He won't be a daddy no more.
Insane. What the is going on?
I don't
tonight?
know. This is chat. This wasn't on the
He
docket.
donated.
What?
Donating. Who knows what Ralph will do next? Somebody send in a big dono. Let's see what Ralph will do next.
Uh-oh.
You know, is he gonna hire a Bitcoin assassin in his Discord server to kill Jim next, or what's the next step? Where do you go from?
Oh my God. Guys, Gator says this. Ralph says this. I'm going to put it on screen. There's no doxing here.
All right.
Guys, Gator, I think this is time for you to actually, like, maybe do something about this. Do they think I'm playing? Playtime is over. The violence has escalated and okay. When he brought my son into this, he guaranteed this. I'll be coming to see you, boy. By the way, the Vickers are watching our show right now. And I'm pretty sure
this is going to look really good in family court, Ralph.
I'm pretty sure they're clipping all of this to send to the judge right now. Your actual, like, threatening people online. Just so you know. Christ is king, Ashton. Christ is king.
I'm sure you'll get to see your son now, Ralph.
Oh my God. They're watching. They're donating. Me and Mr. Vickers talk. I know what's happening, dude. Everyone knows what's happening. And now you have family court that you actually pushed because of you had your ass kicked that you were supposed to have on Wednesday on the Zoom. But then you pushed it because you were out your ass kicked. Not only did you push the case, but the reason was because you were hospitalized. Well, I'm sure the judge will love to see your Tuesday show when you were hospitalized. And now they're going to love that you're threatening to murder people on a live stream with 2,000 viewers. You
genius.
Fucking brilliant motherfucker. You are brilliant. Is he retarded?
What a fool.
It's amazing.
Wow.
I don't even know, like,
Holy,
where does it go from here? What's the next step, Ralph? You tell me, bud.
I guess he's going to try to find me and kill me, I guess. That's the next step. Well, good job essentially ensuring that you're going to end up in jail.
Yeah, if you threaten to murder someone's life, right? Ashton, let's say you're in court next week, Thursday, for a DUI accident. You drove into someone's house, like you broke a wall, right? And then they go, okay, you know, like, stay chill right now. We're going to try to, like, and then you threaten to kill someone on the Tuesday. On a live stream.
But, like, anybody's watching this. Does anybody want to go on this show anymore? Like, if you're a guest like Mark Collette, Destiny, one of the few names left that will go on, like, you really want to be associated with a guy who's saying now that he's going to kill his most loyal friend who was with him for years, saying he's going to go kill Jim? This is pretty psychotic stuff. Like, this is beyond Tonka, beyond Jarbo, like, beyond crap. Like, this is fucking whacked.
Like, what? Like, Matt Jarbo got caught flagging, like, Dami Pesos in the Kumite. Kraut was just being a loser and trying to defeat his enemies by finding their personal information. Ralph has now threatened to cross state lines, multiple state lines,
to murder,
commit countless felonies,
to murder,
while he has a 12-month suspended sentence. Like, honestly, just the fact that he's making these threats could land him in jail again.
Yes, of course. This is great.
So stupid.
By the way, here at the Kino Casino, our casino supervisor, who threw us $20, sends a message out to Gator. Gator, add me on Twitter. Maybe we can hook you up with a solid WordPress job that pays you more than $150 a month. Winky smiley. And he sends me his Twitter. I'll send it to you. And we may have landed you an actual job that will pay you more than Ralph's. Here on the show tonight. Whoa, there it is. There it is. DM him. Gator, you see? One day off. What, 2-3 days off the kill stream? You got you're being seen in front of thousands of people. Everyone's cheering you on. Some people are still upset, obviously, right? It makes sense. And we hardballed you, like Ashton hardballed you. It was fair. It was fair, you know. But you see this, Gator? Everyone.
According to Ralph, your name is Chris. Is this true?
Absolutely. It's 100% true. I am the Chris Chad.
Oh, wait. So you know how we sent him diapers, Pot Awful did? Look what he says here. They just sent someone to my door. Now it's over the line. I'm going to show you motherfuckers the line. That's a straight up murder threat.
That's pretty psychotic.
That is a straight up murder threat.
I don't know, dude. Ralph, like, come back to reality, dude. It's 3 guys making fun of you on a fucking live stream. Like, this is not like mafia wars, like gangland violence. This is the internet, dude. Wake the fuck up. Come back to reality. If you go to Jim's house or Gator's house, you're gonna get fucking shot, dude. Like, come back to reality. This is the internet, dude. You've been on it for over 10 fucking years. This is. I dare you. I fucking double dog dare you to actually do this shit, but you are such a scumbag. You're such a scumfuck. When you act this way, you're gonna get a very bad ending. Very bad ending. Good luck surviving the plane flight tomorrow, by the way. Good luck. If you even survive that, you scumbag. Alcoholic, pill-popping, felon, revenge pornographer piece of shit.
To murder people on a live stream?
What is he doing?
This is beyond any episode we've ever had. Like, by the way, this is beyond any of the events. Who knew the F Ralph Festival, where we played music videos and talked about him sharding, would cause literally the end of a man's like entire being? I was gonna say career, being.
Well, his career was already over, but now it's just disgusting.
Well, you're threatening to murder fucking people on the internet when you have court next week, bro. You know they could
threatening to murder people, allegedly doxing people. I mean, this is worse. This is worse than anything that Tonka has done, Kraut has done, Sargon has done, Baked Alaska has done. Like, Ralph just outdid his entire rogues gallery in one night. Why? Because he's on Portuguese fucking drugs, coked out of his fucking gourd.
Holy Gator. We didn't think he would, we thought he'd be mad. We didn't think he would threaten to murder you while on our show. Because you were on Flams, right? You had 1,800 watching in the Cope stream. That was like, by the way, we were planning to have clips for, but there was nothing to even talk about. He was just whispering in a hostel. I can't be loud. That guy. Andy's a fucking rapist. A Medicare. He groomed people into believing COVID. He's the reason why America was shut down. Gator. Like the traitor, but it's just unhinged diatribes from this man.
Oh, he's lost it. Absolutely lost it. Like he's gone. He's completely detached from reality. He's just in a blind, seething rage, completely pilled out. And you know, if he even survives this flight tomorrow, which who knows if he's even going to get on the flight? He's in full-on Copesville. Gets on this flight, somehow survives without any fucking major brain trauma or anything like that. This guy is going to be a shell of himself, addicted to pain medication and alcohol, completely low energy, up. He has nothing to lose. I mean, he thinks he has nothing to lose, but Ralph, you still have things to lose, dude. You know, you have pantsu, you have another kid on the way. Do you care about your children?
Oh.
Do you want to be behind bars for the rest of your life?
Ashton.
I hate to fucking be the guy to be like voice of reason.
I have some news coming in that the DDA in Richmond already has all the threats.
Whoa! Holy shit!
You
Good
know?
job, Ralph.
Good job, buddy.
If not, it's
They're
happening
called the
unless I
DDA.
get
I don't know what that
taken
is. What's a DDA?
off the earthly plane beforehand.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
That's what the
Ralph?
like district attorney or whatever. Is that
Okay.
what-
Well, that person has all these screenshots.
What are you doing, dude? Like, you have children. Like, wake up, dude. Ralph, come to reality. Wake up, buddy. Like, I love A-logging Ralph. I love making fun of Ralph. Are you really going to throw your whole life away because Gator leaked like 4 DMs?
Oh.
He is apparently. This isn't commensurate with like
you want
anything
them all
that I
to come
showed.
out, or you want them all to come out, Ralph? Is that what you want? What do you think? Like, what does he think this is going to accomplish? It's certainly not going to stop us making fun of him. I'm baffled. I am genuinely fucking baffled.
Oh, it's the district deputy
He says
attorney.
he's going to stream it all. He says he's going to stream it all. He's going to go to Gator's town, stream it all. Okay, Ralph?
Well, that's a good idea, I guess.
Really, really smart.
Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna be fucking fun for you, Ralph. Heading to Gator's fucking house. What does he think this will accomplish? Well, what does he think this will accomplish? This episode got off the rails.
By the way, somebody just DM'd and said that they actually sent all of these screenshots and like the screenshots from your show to the fucking FBI, and they're not kidding.
Oh
They're
my
not-
god. Ralph's getting reported to. We have feds watching now. We're gonna shut him down and take away that 0.5 Bitcoin he has in his wallet. If he hasn't spent it already on coke.
I hope they're joking, but they're not the kind of person that would just joke about this. This is fucking funny.
Ralph, this is insane. Like, think about how many longtime viewers of the Kill stream. Like, they may not love Gator, but they at least have some level of like for Gator, because he's been on like 500, 600. He's been on every episode of the Kill stream that there's been, almost 1,000 episodes. Don't think that some people are not going to pay you from now on. They're not going to watch because you've decided that you're going to go to Gator's house and execute him. You're Tony Soprano. What are you thinking? I know the answer.
What is going on?
Have some control.
What is going on? Xander Vickers for $25. Thank you so much, Xander. He says, I wish my dad cared about me as much as he does about former internet friends. Oof. Thank you so much for that big dono, that massive dono, and massive dono 25 from Nuclear Felt, saying it looks like Ralph rolled snake eyes. Big ups to PPP, been watching him since the Diddler Dax days and his legendary bout with Ricada. Is Ralph the third man? No.
Oh, Ralph's the man.
He's the
Ralph's the imprisoned man soon.
He's going to jail.
Ralph's the lost his mind man. The completely like off the rails train wreck spiral. This is beyond any spiral I think I've ever seen.
This passes Chris
I've
Chan.
seen a lot of spirals. Well, maybe not that bad, but it's pretty close.
Well, oh my
This is the internet, Ralph. Calm down.
Yeah. So the deputy district attorney has all the info and all the district attorney's gonna watch clips from our show. By the way, let's go on, district attorney of Richmond. Yeah, how you doing? We hope you like the show. Subscribe. Tell all your other your feds to watch. Ashton, there's no more felt left. There's no more felt.
Gone. The floor is gone. He's going to the center of the earth. He's going straight to hell. I mean, if
there's no thread left on those tires at all.
This is so fucking insane.
I mean, how do you even go back to doing regular kill streams, watching Tucker clips? How do you do that? He's gonna come back next week, his face all up, like on brain damage, on pills, like full on Tonka saw. He's gonna watch Tucker clips. People are gonna pay him while he's like unhinged like this.
Anonymous
Luck, Ralph.
asks Gator, how much personal debt does Ralph funnel through his business?
Oh, he actually couldn't pay me through the business account because apparently he had been using it to gamble. I'm not sure why. If there's like some trick. Like if there's
I'd
some
like to
trick to
feel
that, but
a dick inside
apparently he
me.
was withdrawn by like several $1,000s. So he had to send me money through May's PayPal.
Oh, the Subway the Subway donos, the Subway salary, not the Subway salary.
He says he's gonna do. This is Ralph saying I'm gonna do Gator first. He's closer, and I owe him several now. 2.5 hours. It's a nothing trip from Richmond. I'm coming. I have a contact at ECU as well, and we're gonna paper that place as well. Paper with his cross-eyed mug. Okay.
Does he think this is gonna end well?
He's pretty stupid.
Whoever is the ECU contact, run. You're going to be in trouble. You're going to get into a lot of trouble. Whoa, he's still going. Even though the fucking... I mean, keep sending these because they're being all sent to the Richmond PTA, I guess. I don't know.
If I were that person at ECU, what I would do is I would contact campus police and just tell them to look out for a big angry man that smells like shit, that looks like he has a front butt, screaming about Chris Gator. I'm coming to get you, Chris Gator.
No, he's going to be streaming it. You're going to be able to see it happening live. Like, he's going to get fucked.
Get swatted live.
He's going to get fucked. He's going to get so owned, dude. Let's, like, we can only hope he does this.
Gator, does Ralph pay taxes? Do you know?
Ralph is not very good at paying taxes. I think he owes something like 3 to 4 years worth of back taxes and has kept like trying to push it back with the IRS. But I don't know. He probably lies on his taxes, if I had to guess.
Oh,
wonderful. By the way, Ralph's talking about Julian and his contract. So Julian's the contact at Odyssey for Ralph. Sure, be a shame if people contacted Julian with the insane shit that he's doing tonight. Not that I would avow such behavior.
I mean,
It'd be a shame if he lost that $30,000 a year from Odyssey.
I mean, does he really want? Does Odyssey want their poster child being, "I'm going to murder you in your sleep," Ralph? Like, you know, like. So Gator, we don't want to hold you anymore because we know you have to head to sleep. You have stuff to do tomorrow morning early. Thanks for staying this long. You weren't even planning this.
Yeah,
we weren't
problem.
Even planning this.
I guess I was the scarecrow at the corn harvest, put up there on the stilts to lure Ralph into humiliating himself for the rest of the internet to see, because now everybody knows that Ethan Ralph is a doxer. Ethan Ralph is a violent felon and a criminal, career criminal.
Oh.
That has absolutely no qualms about doing evil shit to people, threatening people, trying to destroy people's lives. This is the kind of person that he really is. Julian, Chandra, do you really want somebody like that? Do you really want somebody like that to be like the head of your website?
Yo, actually, Gator.
And Matt Jarbo is in the chat saying, if Ralph needs a reference to Uber Eats or DoorDash, I'll hook him up.
Let's go. By the way, Gator, how unfortunate would it be for Ralph if the Kinodrome, the upcoming debate show starring Andy Worski and PPP, with the top guests that you can get versus each other? What if, I don't know, what if Odyssey wanted their exclusive and paid us to do the Kinodrome exclusively on Odyssey? I mean...
Oh, shit. Well, that would be something. That would be the ultimate feltoning.
Julian, give us a call.
I'm just saying, you DM me, Julian. Throw me a DM. You see the numbers don't lie, and we'll bring in more for your You know, I'm just saying, like that might be. Holy shit, Gator! Thank you so much. Please tell everyone what how they find you. It's Twitter is Gator Time
YT.
Gator Time YT. Follow him, everyone, for sure, and I'm sure he'll keep you all updated with that. And tell them about your YouTube channel.
GatorTime.live. That's right. GatorTime.live takes you directly to my YouTube channel. I'm finishing up editing the Easy Peasy episode. Should be a great time. I think everybody's going to enjoy it. We talked about what his favorite Jewish anime is. We watched Charge Man Ken, at least an episode of it, and I asked him if he could have any Gundam in G Gundam, which one would he want to bomb Palestinian children with?
Oh, there you go. Thank you so much, dude. Everyone go check him out. We'll put everyone's links down below. Gator, this was beyond what we expected. Thank you so much for coming on the show, dude. And we hope to see you on in the future.
Well, if Ralph doesn't get me first, the bad man's coming for me.
You might die.
There's a very, I mean, Ralph's got to survive that plane flight first before he comes to get me.
Holy shit. All right, Gator, thank you so much.
Have a good night, guys. See you on the other side.
Peace. Oh, no, don't say it like that.
I'll see you.
Ashton, I'm going to grab a drink here in a second. What the
I don't know where we go from here.